Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So, we're continuing on with World 1. We could go to the end right now, but there's more things to do, so I'm going to do them.
Collectibles! Collectibles! They're shiny.
They're dangling in front of my face. I want them, I want them, I want them, I want them, I want them.
Do you play as Mario through the whole adventure?
No, I switch between characters every world.
Oh, thank God.
That is one of my favorite things about this game, is just that you can switch characters all the time. One thing that I do kind of wish, and this is maybe just being a little selfish, I do wish that they had little stat differences just to make them a little bit more unique.
No, and people would fucking optimize the fun out of the fucking game.
They do that anyway, though. There's like...
I know, but I'd rather they not have the option.
Well, they already do. There's a best badge for every section.
Yeah, but we're talking about like external things. I'm talking just inherently speaking.
It's like...
You know...
Oh yeah. So that's another thing. So this is like the secret world level, right? One thing that I like about this leads to the secret world. But one of the things that I like about Mario Wonder, and this is something that like the new series tries to do too, but I think this game does better, generally speaking, is that going for the collectibles is generally makes the game a lot harder than just trying to beat it normally. Which is good. I think that's very well done.
Have you ever played a Mario game where you didn't bother going for all the old collectibles, like on your first playthrough or what have you?
Mario Advance.
The advanced games I didn't care to do them that much. Mostly because I played them already, so I was kind of like whatever at that point.
When I played Mario DS for the first time, I only got star coins because they let you save. So I would only go for the really easy ones that were in the way. You know, I wouldn't really go for any of the really, really hidden ones. Then again, I also played that game when I was like 12 or 13. And I have a much more completionist mindset. Nowadays, when I'm playing most games, I try to go for everything while I'm playing it. That's just kind of how I play games.
Yeah, that's I'm of that boat, except for like maybe 3D games, because Odyssey I sure as shit did not.
So
100% for like my first playthrough.
So I didn't mind 100% in Odyssey, but I also went into it with a different mindset. I didn't force myself to collect everything as I went in Odyssey. I just kind of collected stuff until I found everything that I could find and was satisfied, and then I went on to the next level. And only went to try to complete it after I had already beaten the game. Like, is that how you guys generally do these sorts of things? Or like, is like, oh no, I must beat this level and get every...
My ADHD won't allow me to go until I get everything on that stage.
Ryan, if you go left, there's a thingy. There's a thingy if you go left.
But the end's right here.
You fool.
I got all the purple coins. That's all I need.
I think there's a talking flower. If you go to the left, who's like, wow, you found a thing. And there might be like a power-up, I think, or something.
There you go.
I thought the talking flowers would be annoying at first, but then I found them ridiculously charming as far as the game is concerned, for the most part.
I got scared because the dude is everywhere in like the first few stages. Yeah. And I didn't find what he said very interesting at first, but he grew up. Like, he grew on me really fast.
I love the memes for him. I think it was Keith Johnstack who drew a picture of the flower sitting in like a bathroom. Like a mall bathroom or something like that, and he just goes, "Love that sound," and I'm like, oh man. Yeah, but no, I love the talking flowers. Again, also, if you mod the game, you can get them to play pretty much whatever you want. It's also weird to me that this game is more moddable in many ways than the new series is. I know you can mod the new series, but this became moddable so quickly, and you saw people doing things like making block formations shaped like Sans Undertale, and other things.
It's Sans Deltarune.
Is Sans in Deltarune?
Yes.
Is Sans Deltarune the same character as Sans Undertale?
We don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Okay. Is there Papyrus Deltarune?
Yes.
Okay. Are we ever gonna do Undertale or not?
It's up to you guys. I'm not playing it.
I haven't played it this far, and I'm not. I feel like that's a stance that I need to. No, Ryan, if you push the pipe, there's a secret.
Can't hear you. You're screaming into the wind.
But as far as that conversation
no.
goes, my hot take is I don't think Undertale's a very good game.
I mean, I just never.
It's fine, but I don't see the appeal of it, honestly.
That's something we'd have to. That's something that we have to discuss, like in a proper commentary, because, well, one, I think it's just more appropriate for there, and also two, I do not have the fucking mental capacity right now to talk Undertale.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, I'm not recording it, so if I'm not doing it and Ryan's not doing
it's either Lewis or me, which means it's probably going to be Lewis.
Up, the gears are turning. Up.
No, that's an elephant.
It's a robotic elephant with gears.
Oh, there we go. That makes sense.
It's you don't have to be that. I mean, I understand this is your first playthrough, so you didn't know that, but I'm glad you don't have to be that
precise.
Yeah. You want to know what I think kind of inspired at least the art direction of the Wonder levels? There's that one level in New Super Mario Bros. U with a unique art style. Like, the one singular level.
The one that they put in all the trailers and it made you think it would be way more unique than this.
Yeah, that one. And then I think they were like, okay, but what if we then made every level like that? And then the game you get there is Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends. But you also can do it with Mario, too. So there you go. For the record, though, I would be really interested to think, like, what if Mario did go this direction earlier? Like, how different do you think the franchise would be right now?
Who's to say that if Wonder was introduced earlier, they wouldn't just do the new thing and just make 5 other Wonder games?
They may still do that for all we know.
Yeah, it would be a real shame if 5 years from now we look like goddamn idiots saying, "Oh man, this game's so unique and charming. Man, I hope that Nintendo does this way more with Mario." And then behind us, a monkey's paw fingers slowly curling in.
This kind of goes back into what we were talking about in the first part. Even with the influx of new Super Mario Brothers games, do you think, even in retrospect, that diminishes the quality of the first new game on DS?
Retroactively, a tiny bit.
I mean, it's the same sort of thing with Mario 3, and Mario World. I have trouble going back to those games now just due to how much they've been used and reused, like, and stripped for parts by newer games, So, like, and that's not fair. I understand that. But, it's also one of those things where, like, like a bunch of Mega Man games, like, you do somewhat like, by the time you get to Mega Man 10 or whatever, like, if you're tired of that formula, going back to Mega Man 2 and 3 might still even feel stale to you just because you've played something similar so often, Or is that just me? Am I the only one who has
No, I can agree with you. That's me and Mario 3 to an extent. Obviously, I grew up with 3 in World, so I don't feel that quite as much as you. But with all the referencing to 3 particularly, during a time it made me like, okay, I really don't feel like playing 3 now, whereas I still can get the mood to play World.
I have too much nostalgic bias towards 3 specifically, even if I do enjoy World a lot more. Because, I mean, it kind of goes into, like, what my stance on it is that if something gets overused to hell and back, and, like, after every other subsequent game, I'll never really place blame on the original, like the progenitor of it.
I try not to, but I can't help it sometimes.
Yeah, we're human. And even if you don't necessarily place blame, it certainly can, I'm not going to say impact your enjoyment of it, but it will certainly, for me, make me less likely to want to go back and play the original, Like, And I feel like this isn't just a thing with Mario, you know. Like a lot of franchises definitely have the thing where they get stale after a bit, and it's just like just going back to even the old games can start to feel same old when you go back to them.
Except World.
Oh, okay, John. If you love Mario World so much, why don't you marry it?
I cannot. Can't marry a video game, Ted.
Not yet, anyway.
I don't know who told you that, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John. Me and Kirby are married.
Oh. Is Kirby okay with that?
No.
More importantly, is Ant Dude okay with that?
We have an understanding.
Gotcha.
That understanding is that he's going to stay out of my way or I'll
You see, I would think Ant would fuck Buck Bumble before Kirby.
Okay, hold on.
Special Friday nights called Fuck Bumble.
Hold on. I'm gonna Discord message him this.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so hold on. So we've got Kirby, Buck Bumble. If we're gonna make this a true fuck, marry, kill situation, who's the third one?
Good question.
Sans Undertale.
Hold on, wait, but what's the conversation?
It's fuck, marry, kill. Do you not?
But there has to be similarities between the three options.
No, there doesn't.
I would argue, because otherwise you're comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah, that's what makes this funny.
Because if you make three completely different things, what makes you say I want to fuck any of them or kill any of them?
Okay, John. Fuck, marry, kill. Cloud Strife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Judy Hopps from Zootopia.
Okay.
And Michael Scott from The Office.
What the fuck?
That's what makes this game fun.
Well, kill Michael Scott, I guess.
Okay, all right.
What was the other two?
Cloud Strife and Judy Hopps from Zootopia.
Okay, well, fuck, no matter who I choose after this in a furry.
That's why killing Judy Hopps from Zootopia.
But Judy Hopps didn't do anything to me. Michael Scott is legit a plague on society.
All right, confirmed. John would fuck Judy Hopps. Got it. Okay.
I would marry Judy Hopps. I would fuck Cloud Strife.
Okay. All right, you know what? That's understandable. Okay, so now I need a third character to send to Ant to ask him which one he would fuck, marry, and kill.
Just use Michael Scott from The Office.
Okay, Michael Scott from The Office.
Okay. I pointed downward. Do.
Sorry, I was kind of looking away from the screen when Ryan said they're pointing downwards. He's fucking look at the analytics page. It's like a Cry Me a River.
Up, the gears are turning.
No, I go back for this later. I'd miss it.
Yeah, but you realize that something's up with that.
Well, I thought it was for the spike rolling the ball to get to the POW block.
Oh.
So it took me a second. It took me a little while to realize that it was a pit you were meant to go downwards than a bottomless pit.
I think when I did it, like I ground pounded it. I think if you ground pound it, it will like jump down a little bit more. And I was too busy listening to the flower after that, and then it's just like, oh shit, I got stuck in there by accident.
You did this! You did this! Dude, shout out to the fucking 12 frame per second spikes in the background.
Yeah, they look like they're from GoldenEye. You see, Nintendo has done the one thing that I thought that they could never do in this little section and make me like Spike. Because I think Spike is my least favorite Mario enemy. Yeah, probably my least favorite Mario enemy. I don't know why. These guys just, they bother me.
Well, good, their enemies are meant to be bothering you.
Well, yeah, but, you know, some enemies you can, like, enjoy the design of, or, you know, it's just like, Spike's playable in Mario sports games, and I'm like, but why? You could pick literally anyone else.
I mean, they're out of Mario characters, so they're just picking anyone at this point.
They should bring back the Queen Bee from Mario Galaxy as a playable character.
She got into Mario Kart 7, but Waluigi didn't.
Yeah, good.
Okay, bye.
Was this the first game to have the new voice actors?
Yes.
Yes. And then some older games still have old clips from Martinet. And I think the new voice actors, like, are only just starting now. We're only just now getting to the point where all of the new voice clips are going to be from the new voice actors. I'm pretty sure. I was honestly surprised that Martinet left the job to begin with. I mean, granted, he is getting a little bit older. Like, I think he's...
Well, like according to him, he didn't. It was Nintendo's decision, not his.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Apparently, he was just as confused as everyone else.
I did not know that. That makes me wonder why they would bother doing that.
I mean, they still send him out to special events.
Yeah, like he's an ambassador, I think, at this point.
Yeah. Whoopsie, I missed a coin.
Because dude was also, like, he was just the voice of, like, the main franchise in Nintendo for 30 years.
He's the most recognizable video game voice of all time. Like,
yes.
Maybe Pikachu?
Yeah, you just don't let that go.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm not going to take anything away from the other Mario voices. I think that, you know, they all do a pretty good job with their wahoos and yippies. You know, like, I think that they're all pretty good, but I don't really get why they felt like they needed to get rid of Charles Martinet, you know? It's almost certainly cheaper to have one guy record 5 characters than it is to have 5 different people record 5 different characters.
I think it's mostly the same guy again for doing all the plumbers and stuff.
I think that Wario has a different voice than the new guy. You know, again, you see, since they're new, I don't even really know the new people's names. But, like, Peach and Daisy have new voices as well. I think Toad has a different voice. I think Bowser might have the same voice.
Bowser's the same voice, yeah.
Yeah, which, you know, if we want to draw even more comparisons to a certain other platforming character, the fact that they kept the villain and replaced everyone else is giving me major 2004 flashbacks. Wait, no, not 2004. God, 2009? 10?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. 2004 is when they swapped the voice cast entirely for the Sonic X voice cast.
The
right?
4 kids, yeah, voices.
4 kids, yeah.
It was Shadow the Hedgehog that replaced all the actors and actresses. And then 2010, Sonic Colors did it again, but only Mike Pollock was the one to remain.
And he had to try out just like everybody else,
yes,
if I remember correctly. Again, it is still just if anybody has any sources on like what happened to the Mario, like with the Mario voice cast and what caused these changes, I would love to know. Nintendo's never going to tell us because they don't tell anybody anything, but it's just one of those things where I am innately very curious.
Ultimately, it's kind of, I'm sure they'll have to tell Martinet at some point why. And he's not liable to tell, so.
I'm cutting you loose, Martinet.
I mean, you also don't keep a job like that for 30 years by breaking NDA, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure Martinet knows a ton of spicy Nintendo things that we're not going to know until, like, he's on his deathbed and doesn't give a crap anymore.
Just grabs Miyamoto by the shoulder, like, I know it was you. Why are you speaking in the Mario voice?
Because I want to make this more awkward.
It'd be more intimidating to me if he, you know, said that he knew what I did last summer, but in the Mario voice. You know, it's one thing if, like, somebody's going to, you know, blackmail you for a terrible thing you did in the past. It's another when you hear them telling you it in the Wario voice.
Martinet knows you did some insider trading.
Yeah. No, that, again, John,
so you log into the office computer like that at night to get the insider info. You just hear, like, in the vents, like, woohoo. Someone's watching.
Is that how what's his name got caught in the Square Enix?
Oh, Yuji Naka? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the person that outed him was Charles Martinet.
Charles Martinet.
Yuji just looks up and sees him in the vents above him.
Okie dokie.
He just hears the going down pipe sound effect and just leaves.
I've been compromised.
Time to alert the authorities.
Somebody took those anti-Nintendo ads in the 90s way too seriously. Okay, so this is one area of the game that still is kind of lame in its boss fights.
Oh, the boss fights are they're terrible. I'm not say terrible. That's too harsh.
They're lame.
They're boring.
No, they're disappointing.
Like, you have this really cool wonder thing going on where you show incredible creativity throughout the entire game. And then what they do is just Bowser Jr. gets big. Sometimes there's, like, water. Sometimes, like, I don't know, blocks will move. Like, I'm still waiting for them to have a 2D Mario game with bosses as creative as frickin' New Super Mario Bros. DS, which came out almost 20 years ago, for the record.
I'd say, no, I think it is 20 years ago at this point. 2004, 2005, yeah.
Yeah, it's not very new anymore, but tish. There is a pretty cool coding thing, though, about how this stage works, is that in order to make the effect work for all of this, they actually shrink and grow the room, as opposed to making Mario big or small, in order for the camera to work the way that they want it to.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Neat.
You've been collecting all the thingies, now get a big thingy.
Yeah. Wait. So remember when I said this game's basically just Super Mario Galaxy?
No.
Oh, that was literally a part ago, John. You can't remember that.
We did it. No. We saved the day.
It's also not a big thing, and you see this more in Worlds going forward. I also like that each world in the game has its own little tiny story as well. This stuff doesn't matter necessarily, but it does matter. In that this is actually something that I've been thinking about a lot. And part of what are we at the end of the part? Okay, no, we got 2 minutes to bullshit. Okay, I'm good. I've been playing the new Super Monkey Ball game lately, and like Super Monkey Ball 2, it has a story which is dumb and bad and doesn't matter even a little bit. But having a dumb and bad story, I think, definitely makes the game better than if it were just disconnected levels with no theming attached to them. And I've wanted to. Oh, I never noticed that like the grass is really pretty on this, and you see like the light going through it and whatnot. Ooh, I had a point. I don't remember my point.
Got distracted by the pretty colors.
Yeah, I know. I'm like you see, this is how you know I'm actually a 2-year-old in disguise.
No one can touch me as long as I have my cloud piranhas. Will speedrunners say otherwise?
So you like clip out of the worlds because the level the geometry still exists, and so you clip out of the worlds and can just basically walk into later levels.
Yeah, the game only checks if you have the last one.
I think it's like you clip out of bounds here and then just walk all the way to the last world.
You have to do some other things first, I think, as far as being optimal goes, but generally speaking, yeah.
Well, if you're speedrunning, you want certain badges and stuff too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Conveniently, we found a thing that will help us beat Bowser. Yay!
You think that he'd just keep them inside the castle where they're blocked by the things that you can only destroy with the things? I'm definitely very eloquent today.